Today we'll be exploring deal-making with entities on higher intellectual levels and Satan. If this sounds interesting, please subscribe and watch until the end as I reveal the deal I've made. There will also be bonus information and a story. Committing with the devil is a concept deeply ingrained in various religious and cultural beliefs, often symbolizing making deals or bargains with malevolent forces in exchange for personal gain. This theme appears in folklore, literature, and religious texts, serving as a cautionary tale against greed, temptation, and moral compromise. In Christianity, the devil, also known as Satan or Lucifer, is portrayed as the embodiment of evil and temptation. Making a pact with the devil is considered a grave sin and a rejection of divine morality. The most famous literary depiction of such a pact is found in Johann Wolfgang von Goethe's Faust, where the scholar Faust sells his soul to the devil in exchange for knowledge and worldly pleasures. Throughout history, various cultures and belief systems have incorporated similar narratives of individuals bargaining with supernatural beings for power, wealth, or other desires. These stories often highlight the consequences of such deals, which typically include the loss of one's soul or eternal damnation. In modern contexts, the idea of making a pact with the devil is often used metaphorically to describe situations where individuals compromise their values or integrity for personal gain. This could include unethical business practices, betrayal of loved ones, or engaging in harmful behaviors. Many people would argue that such actions are inherently wrong and come with dire consequences. However, let's dive deeper. When considering the idea of committing with the devil, it's essential to acknowledge its darker and more unsettling aspects. 1. Making deals with the devil often involves compromising one's moral integrity or principles for personal gain. This can lead to harmful actions and unethical behavior that may harm others or oneself. 2. Throughout history and in literature, the consequences of making pacts with malevolent forces are depicted as severe and irreversible. These consequences may include the loss of one's soul, eternal damnation, or other forms of punishment. 3. The devil, as a symbolic figure, is often portrayed as a manipulative and deceitful being who preys on human weaknesses and desires. Making deals with the devil can be seen as a form of exploitation, where individuals are tempted into making harmful choices. 4. The idea of committing with the devil raises existential questions about the nature of evil, the existence of supernatural forces, and the ultimate fate of humanity. It confronts individuals with the unsettling possibility of a malevolent presence that seeks to undermine their moral agency and spiritual well-being. 5. In addition to its religious and philosophical implications, the theme of committing with the devil can serve as a critique of societal values and power structures. It highlights the dangers of unchecked ambition, greed, and the pursuit of power at any cost. By confronting these darker aspects of the concept, we can gain a deeper understanding of its significance and the profound moral and existential dilemmas it poses for individuals and societies alike. Bonus information 1. The motif of making deals with malevolent entities exists in various cultures around the world, each with its own unique beliefs and interpretations. For example, in Islamic folklore, there are tales of jinn, supernatural beings, tempting humans with promises of wealth or power in exchange for their souls. 2. Beyond its literal interpretation, the pact with the devil is often seen as a symbolic representation of inner conflicts and moral dilemmas. It symbolizes the temptation to pursue selfish desires at the expense of one's integrity or values. 3. During periods of social upheaval or moral panic, accusations of making pacts with the devil were sometimes used to persecute marginalized groups, such as women accused of witchcraft during the European witch trials of the 16th and 17th centuries. 4. Psychologists have explored the psychological mechanisms behind the allure of making deals with the devil, suggesting that it may stem from a desire for power, control, or a sense of belonging. These desires can sometimes override rational decision-making and lead individuals down destructive paths. 5. The theme of committing with the devil has inspired countless works of literature, music, and art across different genres and time periods. From classical operas like Gounod's Faust to contemporary novels like Neil Gaiman's Good Omens, The motif continues to captivate audiences and spark creative exploration. 6. Despite its bleak implications, some stories featuring pacts with the devil also explore themes of redemption and the possibility of overcoming one's past mistakes. These narratives often emphasize the importance of repentance, forgiveness, and the capacity for human transformation. Overall, the concept of committing with the devil is a rich and multifaceted theme that continues to resonate across cultures and disciplines, inviting reflection on the complexities of human nature and the eternal struggle between good and evil. Morally and ethically, it's generally considered not okay to make deals or commitments with entities often associated with evil or harm, such as the concept of the devil. It's important to prioritize values and principles that promote well-being and avoid engaging in actions that may lead to negative consequences. Thanks for watching, and I didn't make a deal with Satan, only my audience to bring you ever better content and to grow this channel. If you haven't done so already, subscribe, like, share, and have a fantastic blessed day or night ahead wherever you might be. But before you go, we have one more bonus. A short story about a young 19-year-old girl named Veranda. Neon Seduction, a pact sealed in sin. In the throbbing heart of the city, where the neon lights pulsed with the rhythm of desire, rumors swirled of a forbidden pact made under the cloak of night. It was whispered that amidst the seductive haze of the city's underground clubs, a shadowy figure lurked, offering deals steeped in sin and temptation. Among the throngs of revelers and seekers of pleasure was Veranda, a young girl with dreams as bold as the city skyline and desires as fierce as the flame of a match. Drawn by the whispers of the underworld and the allure of hedonistic indulgence, Veranda found herself entangled in a web of seduction and temptation. One sultry evening, amidst the pulsating bass and swirling smoke of the club, Veranda caught sight of the enigmatic figure known only as the Seductress. Clad in garments that clung to her curves like a lover's touch, the Seductress exuded an aura of irresistible allure, beckoning Veranda closer with a gaze that promised ecstasy and damnation in equal measure. "What is it that you crave, my dear?" The Seductress purred, her voice a velvet caress that sent shivers down Veranda's spine. With a heart fluttering with anticipation and desire, Veranda confessed her deepest longings and darkest fantasies into the smoky air of the club. She yearned for success, fame, and pleasures beyond the constraints of morality, willing to surrender herself to the temptations of the flesh in pursuit of her wildest dreams. The Seductress listened intently, her eyes gleaming with primal hunger as Veranda bared her soul before her. And then, with a wicked smile that promised both ecstasy and damnation, she offered Veranda a pact, sealed with a kiss that ignited a firestorm of desire within her. In exchange for her soul, the Seductress promised Veranda everything she had ever craved: success, wealth, and pleasures beyond compare. With a mixture of euphoria and trepidation, Veranda surrendered to her embrace, her senses ablaze with the promise of unbridled pleasure and boundless power. But as the night wore on and the passion reached its crescendo, Veranda couldn't shake the gnawing feeling of emptiness that lingered in the depths of her soul. In her quest for fulfillment, she had sacrificed everything that made her human, trading her very essence for a fleeting taste of ecstasy. As she was consumed by the flames of desire and ambition, Veranda realized too late the true cost of her pact with the Seductress, a soul lost in the neon-lit labyrinth of lust and temptation, forever ensnared in the seductive embrace of the city's darkest desires.